Hey everybody, welcome back to Salt and Sanctuary.
Where am I?
I don't know what's going on, help! So, like, for the past 3 videos, I was hyping everybody else up for the, hardest boss in the game. We're here right now, and I'm going to disappoint everyone.
Is it because you just straight up gilded your ass here?
Kind of. So, because I kind of just wanted to wear this armor because it looks nice, I kind of went apeshit and leveled up enough to where I could get like 36 endurance. I'm still technically heavy rolling, but it's like not bad. But also, due to where I was grinding for souls in order to get all that endurance, I got like a bunch of upgrade materials, so I just upgraded everything up to like +6.
How long did that take?
Like 30 minutes, actually. This Bodor has gotten surprisingly strong. But yeah. Welcome to Siam Lake. This is an area that only exists exclusively for one boss fight, and it's the hardest fight in the game. I left one death in because, it's the only death. Like, I was worried throughout the entire LP that this boss would push my shit in, but you'll see. Yeah, Witch of the Lake. So, the Witch of the Lake has 3 attacks. One of them is noise pollution.
No kidding.
The other one is that kind of swipe. And then there's a orb that more than often will just straight up murder me dead, right there. The only reason I survived is because I'm wearing +6 armor.
So I noticed she's got the witch and spider motif that Quaylog had.
I wouldn't say spider, I'd say more rusty bullshit. Because if it's spider, it's very vague. But yeah, I told a lot of people that there would be 2 videos, one of just the kill and then like a montage of death. There's your montage.
Ta-da.
I'm so sorry. Now, I'm also gonna apologize because this fight's gonna be very boring because the pole arms and the Bodor are not good for air combat, and guess where the Witch of the Lake is like 90% of the time?
I mean, you're already a quarter of the way through her health.
Yeah. But it's still, this entire video is just jump, poke. That's it.
Is she the hardest boss purely for damage output?
Yeah, if you fuck up one read, you instantly die. The only reason I haven't instantly died is because I'm wearing +6 armor and drinking a potion that increases my defense. And I also have a ring on that reduces magic damage. But yeah, the things that will kill you is that shotgun spray, that orb, the bat spin, maybe. This one often gets people, but I don't see how. Like, I remember a speedrunner mentioning that's the thing that ruins speedruns, and I'm like, really?
It's more like a fire hose.
And this is how you dodge the orb. You just kind of walk away and jump. Yeah, you can see how kind of busted I am when I just completely load up on Arcane Resist. There, guys. I know the fight sucked, I'm sorry. Like, when I finished it, I'm like, wow, really? It's fucking done?
Well, you know, we get so bogged down in, like, learning the skills of the game. We forget games like these are built in the way they sort of want you to just level up your character and your armor so you can just...
face roll people?
Yeah, just slam your face in the wall until you manage it.
But yeah, like, I made so many mistakes there that should have one-shot me, but... eh. So that's how you beat the Witch of the Lake. Get your fucking magic resist to 60 and join the wine cult.
Wrecked thy tunnel.
That would have been a good one. What do I put here, though? Well, that's boring.
Wrecked thy worthless carrot.
So yeah, since this video would have been just 5 minutes if it was just Siam Lake, we're gonna go to the next area. Yeah, all those bottles, guess what they're doing?
congratulating themselves.
Now we're in the Salt Alchemancry. So for the past, what, 2-3 videos we've been in areas that have been admittedly kind of boring. I feel like post Ruined Temple with stuff like Pitchwoods and now the Salt Alchemancry, I feel like the game definitely comes together to be like a cool and unique thing. Because I came here and I was like, what is all this? I just kind of like the atmosphere of the area of just being a mad scientist lab.
Yeah, I assume alchemancry refers to alchemy and not alcohol.
No, they say alchemancry as in alkaline or salt.
Oh, okay.
Because salt is an alkaline.
So it's a redundant name.
Well, saltmancy, but yeah. The power of magic via salt.
The salt saltery.
Yeah. The main gimmick of this area is going to be tubes. Knowing which one goes where and navigating the tubes properly. And they do a lot of cute things with the tubes, so I'm not too mussed about it. The only thing I don't like about this area are the fucking eyeballs. Also, I totally just murdered a mimic without realizing it. Now, an interesting thing about this, I think I'm like 1.5% off from heavyweight, so I'm medium rolling right now. And platforming is a little bit tougher as the case, because a lot of the jumps get tighter, which is a little awkward in some cases, like here. I'm so used to playing as a light boy that platforming in general with armor like this is kind of a trial. Also, this is the episode where I nut up. When I was finishing these episodes, I was like, I gotta learn how to fight these guys eventually. So I just decided, fuck it, let's murder all of them. The main frustrating thing about these spear guys is that they have basically no cooldown on their attacks, and you kinda have to parry them.
Didn't look like you got much window to do the riposte anyway.
Mainly because I fucked up that thing. Once you get into the rhythm, it gets easier. The thing you want to parry is the single poke. All those other attacks are kind of weird with the timing.
Aster Monolith, is that like a really big axe?
I believe that's a tier 3 axe. There's probably some cool story there, but I didn't take the time to look at it because I was kind of like, yo, 3 episodes left, let's beat the game. An interesting note though, this game also has poise. Notice how I got hit with a vial of V8 and I didn't even flinch? So yeah, heavy armor has a good benefit in here in that you won't get kinda stun locked into oblivion by those guys.
And take 3.
And
Take 4.
Yeah, coming back to this game after Hollow Knight, Breath of the Wild, Nier Automata, bunch of other games, a little awkward. That's the curse of running an LP that runs into like a month where 8 different games get released at once and they're all good.
And you have 2 others you're playing.
Yeah. Still gotta beat Nier. But yeah, I like Salt Alchemancry's design a lot. I don't know what it is, like, if you take a look at all the other areas, it doesn't really make sense that this is here, but we've established that this place doesn't have sense. I just kind of wish they did a little bit more with developing that area. Because it's a cool area with neat design and neat mechanics. There's just not really much going for it. It's just kind of a middle area. But it's also neat because it goes into other areas. If you recognize that one specific area that we flashed by, that was, we passed by that area where we saw Minty's Skelet. So I can't believe I'm getting juiced to death. This is bullshit.
You just gotta throw an arm.
I should be dead. I'm glad I have +6 armor. There's a lot of weird Yoku blocks around here, but none of them really amount to anything so much as, just basic platforming. The worst of the platforming with disappearing blocks is in Pitch Woods. After that, the game just kind of stops using them. Also, I kind of get these guys down to a science because this is the guy I was farming to get enough endurance to wear my armor. Not him specifically, mind you. There's one in Mal's Floating Castle that I just beat up forever.
Right.
Dancing Ring, I believe, is anti-slashing damage. So let's look at it. Yep, increases defense against slashing. Which is, kind of rare in this point of the game, actually.
You can stab, you can knife, having the time of your life.
Man, Dancing Queen, really?
You said dancing ring.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
I regretted it while I was in the middle of it, if that helps.
But yeah, I mentioned before that I hate the eyeballs in this area. Cause, they're fucking spazzes. Like, I'm just kind of beating them up now, but if you leave them alone, they have a very high-speed command grab that they will spam to hell and back. As seen here. Also, all their attacks build up poison, but I don't care, I have a handkerchief. Also, if you noticed a weird thing in the geography there where there was 2 pillars going up, that's where we're supposed to go, but screw that, I want to look around. Also, for those of you that are probably experts in watching this LP, I want to say 2 or 3 minutes back when I was fighting the V8 throwers, there was a platform that I really should have gone to and activated the switch, but I completely forgot. And I am gonna regret that. Yeah, the big issue with the Spear guys, as I mentioned before, they got a lot of spammy attacks, but they're also really aggressive. Like, they will not let up. And if it seems easy to you, the viewers at home, keep in mind I have a maximum bow door. Also, I learned something in this LP. These guys have a grab.
I couldn't even see what was happening there.
Basically, imagine something like the dudes from Resident Evil 4 biting at your neck. That's all that was. Much as I like this level, lighting is kind of a fuck here. Also, I'm going back to the sanctuary because little do I not realize I do not have I don't have the Ring of Wounding to reduce my wounds. I also did not open the shortcut, so we gotta go all the way the fuck around.
Good work.
Ah, the magic of post video. Post commentary, what am I talking about?
Ah, the magic of watching a video we're not recording.
God, with how often I stream, I feel like I could never do a live commentary LP. Like, at one point, I just run out of bullshit to talk and I just focus on the game.
Yeah, I do that too.
Here's that switch I should have opened ages ago. That puts me right back to, below the, staircase of platforms. We opened that because at the sanctuary there were 2 tubes. We always went up the,
Holy shit.
top one. If we went down the right one, we would be taken right to that shortcut. Also, yeah, that thing. That sure is a crab that's trying to be Sonic as hell. I hate this thing. Bye.
That looks more like an... I don't know what.
Yeah, you never really get a good look at it because it just kind of fucks off. And then glitches itself into the wall. Okay.
That was like an elf piranha.
Sure, I'll take that. Why did I go over here? Oh right, there's still that knife. There's still that knight I gotta beef with. I find it very amusing that I went with the name Ornstein, and then I got the gold armor. Because now you're just watching this very resplendent and honored knight running around with a boat or beating up everyone.
It almost works.
Also, that knight's kick goes through guard, and it's really fucking annoying. Because if you're unlucky like me, he'll just kick you forever. And then everything is miserable because your head hurts. Also, he stabs you through the wall. That shit got me killed on my first playthrough. Because, like, everybody knows that in Dark Souls you can attack through geometry to scam the gameplay. The AI here does that to you. Like, they don't give a shit.
You're getting payback.
I need more alcohol.
It's not a great thing to say.
I mean, it's the only thing carrying me through this run. Tainted Greaves, I believe that is the big guy's armor that we picked up, and I also believe I equip it right now. But we can't see it because I have so many particle effects around me. Yeah, it looks about right, right? I don't like it. Give me back my gold refrigerator armor.
I want everyone to see me.
Also, I'm pretty sure I still have the other gloves on and I don't realize it. And I don't change my armor throughout the rest of the video. Did I fucking... Oh no, I got my gloves on. I just kind of sat there like, wow, did I really do that?
Are there set bonuses in this game?
No. It's just that all of my armor is +6, some of it is +7. So wearing just a non-upgraded armor is kind of a liability. By the way, here's the shortcut we opened. I always have trouble kind of dropping under that lip.
All those balls hanging from the ceiling.
All those balls of salt.
I like to imagine those two eyeballs are having a conversation just by blinking at each other.
And then you interrupt them. They gotta maul your face. I believe this tube is a shortcut back up to the entrance of the level. Which is not too bad because you could go to the beginning of the level and if you realize that's a mistake, the shortcut will just take you right back. Yeah, we are fastly approaching the boss of the level. I just gotta get my exploration kicks on. Now, if there is ever a hallway that screams don't go this way, it's this one. Because there is a knight here. And a very suspicious chest. And this thing!
I was expecting more of a conga line of knights.
Yeah, and then you have these two guys, which is not much, but whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna go. There is reason for doing this that won't appear until the next video, I want to say. But yeah, this is a quote-unquote shortcut that you kind of want to open. So if you go over here, we get a prize. Eventually. What am I doing? Ring of Meditation. I forget what that does. I don't even think I actually check. Hang on a second. Let's fix that. Equipment. Rings. Ring of Meditation. Reduces the cost of divine prayers. Good. So let's go fight the unique boss of this area that's kind of mortifying if you think about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fighting We're fighting skinless Frankenstein and his caretaker. Both of them don't have skin in the salt laboratories.
Shit.
I don't know what the story is here. It's just kind of a brutal thing to think about, but also, both of these bosses have 600 strike resist. But that doesn't fucking matter, because I have a +7 Bodor. I don't care. Plus I'm on fire and hopped up on, wine. So on this boss, I don't know how to feel about it, because it's a 2v1. I feel like you're supposed to worry about the mage, but the mage is not a threat at all. Like, the mage doesn't directly target you except for that one slow-ass projectile. Conversely, this big lummox is always on your ass. Forever. Never letting up. You want him to die first. Because luckily, when you kill one of these guys, the other one doesn't give a shit.
It's a caretaker, doesn't mean they care.
Yeah. Sure. I'm having a little bit of trouble here because every time I've beaten this guy, all my damage does a ridiculous amount because my past runs have been either magic or slashing damage. Now that I'm using bludgeoning, the fight's taking triple the time that I'm used to, and I'm just like, what do I do? So this is the big attack everyone worries about, where it's just area denial that doesn't attack you directly. In fact, I even just walk into it to show, like, whatever. And this fight takes so long, the boss fight music loops. Well, I wouldn't say loop so much as a separate boss music track plays. But yeah, much like with the Witch of the Lake, it's another circumstance of the boss is floating, and I have a spear. So it's just jump and poke until they're dead.
And jump right in the attack.
So, an interesting thing to note, somebody in either the thread or the YouTube comments mentions that the candelabra that appears beforehand is the percent of players that died to the boss at the time of playing. Now, the weirdest thing about that, Witch of the Lake had 0 candles lit, while this one had 4.
I remember the witch having 1 candle lit.
Oh, that was, yeah. Maybe. But yeah, I don't see how people have trouble with this boss. See, it's super easy. There, we're done. That sure was a thing, but the boss drops a really cool item. We take his liver. Now, something about this has been bugging me for a while, and I decided to take care of it this LP. Remember the hallway of fuck? I've never dealt with that, so I'm gonna deal with that now. Because, you know, it's an LP and I should probably do that. Also, a thing to note, the boat ore has S-scale strength scaling and C-grade dex scaling. However, for whatever reason, I think it might be because of, what's it called? Declining gains or whatever? At the point I am right now with 39 strength, I'm only getting +7 attack power per strength point I put. But I'm getting 1.3 for every dex I put into it. Doesn't really matter where we're at because everything's dying super easy, but I gotta start putting things in dex. Also, oddly enough, this wasn't a mimic.
Wasn't it earlier?
No. Like, I thought for sure it was because it's in the middle of nowhere, but no, you get the spearman's spear and shield for going down here. That's how you use a spear, right? You swing it overhead. I mean, it's got spikes on the side. That's clearly how you deal with it.
I mean, you could, but don't.
I mean, why would they put the spikes there if you're not just going to use it to, you know, hit them with the spikes? But yeah, that's it for this episode of Salt and Sanctuary. Next area, we're going to go to kind of a really goofily named area. Not so much as it's actually goofy, but I just kind of look at it and say, wow, really? We went with that name? Okay.
Like the stench most foul.